from across the Rio Grande Valley, taking action for you. This is Action 4 News at 5.
Our Action 4 News Job Call Center, in conjunction with the office of Congressman Ruben Hinojosa, is up and running. If you have any questions, then we have all the answers.
And the live chat is up and running on valleycentral.com, ready for your questions as we help the Valley's unemployed find jobs. Good evening. I'm Ryan Wolf.
And I'm Marcy Martinez. We are here to help you get back on your feet. That is the purpose of this Job Call Center and the big career fair we have coming up at the State Farm Arena on November 8th. We've got Workforce Solutions in the house to answer your questions. If you ever wanted to talk to someone from Workforce Solutions, they're here right now, 366-4423. I hear our first call coming through right now. Now, Ryan, according to unemployment rates released by the Texas Workforce Commission, the Valley has some of the highest number of people without jobs.
Yeah, in Cameron County and Hidalgo County, about 12% of residents are unemployed. In Starr and Willacy County, 15% are without work.
And talking to us today is the CEO of Workforce Solutions. We've got Bonnie Gonzalez here with us today. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you, Marcy. This is most exciting for us.
Absolutely. You brought your whole team here to answer the phones because a lot of people have a lot of questions. Since we started talking about this big job fair, they have a lot of questions, whether it be, are there management positions? We'll hear about that later. Or, you know, how old you can be to get a job. But it doesn't matter. You know, there are jobs out there, right, Bonnie?
There's all kinds of jobs. We have over 2,000 jobs and in all different sectors at all different levels. So for anybody who is looking for a job, please come on over to the State Farm Arena November 8th, and we'll be welcoming you with open arms. There is your opportunity.
Obviously, we want to help people, Bonnie, get back on their feet, but why is it important for the entire community to get these people into jobs? Why is it so important?
What that means is that this provides for economic growth for the entire community. It raises opportunity for the entire community, whether you're a business, whether you're a mom and pop, whether you're a small family, whether you're a large family. This provides economic growth and opportunity for everybody in the Rio Grande Valley. This is a regional opportunity for all of us.
All right, and you guys are here to get them prepared for that big day on November 8th. So call in 366-4423. Bonnie will be talking to you a little bit later. Right now, let's go on over to Astrid, who has more information on that large career fair coming up.
Well, Marcy, we have new information just in. Right now, 81 employers have signed up for over 2,600 jobs that we have available for you, the viewers. We also have a question from Roy Beaver, who asked if there will be any manager positions available. Right now, Victor De Leon joins us with that information from Workforce Solutions. What are the answers for Roy?
That is a great question. We are going to have manager positions available. In fact, we're going to have the most entry-level positions all the way up to the most credentialed positions available.
What about seasonal positions? Are they also available?
Absolutely. We're going to have seasonal positions, part-time positions, full-time positions, a little bit of everything that will cover the entire gamut.
And I know a lot of people are also wondering if there are different type of pay scales. Is it on the lower end, higher end? What do you say?
It depends on the job. If some jobs will have a very high pay scale, some will have a lower pay scale, but there'll be a little bit of everything for everyone to enjoy and have a little bit of.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we're going to head over to Ryan, who joins us with some other guests for you.
Astrid, thank you so much for that. I'm joined right now with Mr. Pat Hobbs with Workforce Solutions. Cameron, how are you, sir?
Great, thank you,
so
Ryan.
much for coming and being part of this huge event, which is starting to take shape. We're getting so close. Let's talk about some of the employers that are involved. We got some big names. What kind of jobs are we talking about that will be available?
I think we've got 81 employers who run the gambit from trucking companies to retail outlets to manufacturing operations. I think we have something for almost everybody in the Valley who wants to take a chance at getting one of these good jobs.
Potential applicants at home are probably asking themselves, what do they need to have lined up before they head out to this event? I imagine some employers may interview on the spot, so what should they expect?
I would think that they would want to bring their resume with them and dress like an interview. E is supposed to dress, you know, dress for success, and be prepared to take a live interview from these employers. That's what the employers expect, that on November the 8th they're going to be able to hire some people. So come prepared to interview.
I also imagine that most employers out there do pre-screening when it comes to drugs, alcohol. What should they know going into it before they even get there? What can they expect?
Well, they can certainly expect that the employers are going to expect a clean record and a nice lifestyle that you know is going to make a good employee for them, and those things are going to be checked.
One final question. It's amazing when we hear the unemployment numbers here in the Valley compared to the rest of the state, yet we're finding that there's over 2,000 jobs available. What's been the problem with employers trying to get these applicants into those positions?
I think it's not a good match necessarily. Unemployed people in our area sometimes lack the basic skills. And employers have to have somebody with basic skills before they can train them for the jobs that they need. So it's a mismatch. The skill sets are not right.
Well, hopefully this event is going to make it happen.
We're live, we're chatting with you, so log on to Action 4 News at Facebook. Some of the questions, Victor, is from Patty Rainey, who says, forget me, I'm 60 years old and I was laid off. What is there for me out there for someone my age?
Well, I would tell Patty and anybody within that age range that this may be the greatest opportunity to try a new career and try something different. So certainly encourage them to come to this job fair and see what there's to offer.
Okay, thank you so much, Victor. We're going to head back out to Marcy, but remember, for more information, you can also log on to our website and to Facebook. Marcy.
Okay, now we've got Cortez here, who is our sign language interpreter, helping us out with this event. Solomon Torres is with the Congressman's office, Congressman Ruben Hinojosa, putting this whole thing together here with Workforce Solutions and Action 4 News. Solomon, we're really excited about this, and I know the Congressman is so excited to get people back to work, and he's been really fighting for legislation for this area, correct?
That's correct. In fact, right now, one of the biggest attention getters in Washington is the Jobs Act that's being debated in the Congress. He's making every effort with other members of Congress to push through additional legislation that would create more funding opportunities for local governments to improve roads and bridges across the country.
All right, and we've got to get these people back to work. We've got a lot of people signed up, a lot of employers signed up for the career fair on November 8th that will be there. Can you tell us about who's going to be there? So I know we were getting a lot of questions at who's going to be hiring.
It really runs the gamut. In the private sector, you have large regional banks like IBC Bank that have tellers and sales associate positions immediately open. These are positions that they're ready to hire on the spot if they find qualified employees. In Harlingen, you have the ACT call center, which will be we're looking for 400 employees. So we have tremendous opportunities in the private sector. In government sector, we've got several federal agencies like Border Patrol that will also be actively hiring.
All right, we'll be talking more with Solomon Torres from Congressman Ruben Hinojosa's office about the jobs out there for you that we're going to get you into on November 8th.
David Giroux, he's here with us right now, CFO and General Counsel with Royal Freight and Farr. Thanks so much for coming by.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Many big employers that are going to be at the job fair. Let's talk about the jobs in place at Royal Freight. How many jobs are we talking about?
Well, we have 25 openings immediately for over-the-road truck drivers, plus we're adding equipment daily. We have probably another 50 to 60 openings on top of that between now and the end of the year. Plus we have positions in dispatch. We have diesel mechanics, repair technicians, pretty much runs the gamut. We're hiring and we're growing.
What kind of pay range are we talking about, from lower level all the way up to the, I guess on the road would pay them the most?
Yeah, the over-the-road drivers, we pay by the mile. In fact, we just put in place a 10% pay raise starting salary for our drivers. We're paying 35 cents a mile over the road, which equates to about a $40,000 to $45,000 annual salary on the minimum side.
We were talking to Pat about what's been the problem matching in employers with potential applicants.
Well, one of the things we run into here is, number one, getting the word out, which we're really excited about the job fair to really help us do that. And then the second thing is going to be the fact that in our case, because of insurance requirements, we require 2 years experience as an over-the-road truck driver. We have a lot of people coming out of the driving schools ready to go to work, but they need that requisite experience before we can bring them on board.
David, thank you so much. One of many employers, Royal Freight, that'll be at the job fair. It's going to be a big one. Let's hope we get a lot of applicants out there. Let's toss it back to Astrid now. Astrid.
All right, Ryan, 3664423 is the number to call in right now. We have a phone bank with Workforce Solutions in our newsroom answering your questions about getting prepared for a job interview or where the jobs are available. We told you we have more than 2,000 employers signed up to be at our job fair on November 8th. And again, thanks to Lizette here for helping us out during this event. And we do want to make sure that you get your questions answered, so whatever it might be. I hear a lot of questions coming in about what positions will be available, available. I'm hearing from the CEO at Workforce Solutions that they run the gamut from manager positions to sales positions at different corporations. You do have a chance to get yourself a job. Now, we've had questions about, you know, maybe someone that's 60 years old doesn't know if they will have the opportunity to get back in a job. Again, the CEO of Workforce Solutions says yes, of course, to that answer as well. Call in right now. You can talk to them right here. 366-4423 is the number to call. They are here to get you back on your feet, get you prepared for the job fair we're going to have on November 8th. If you need tips about resume writing, whatever it might be, we're here to help you out today, Valley. So call in 366-4423. We're going to take a quick break. We're still going to be right here taking your calls, though. We'll see you in just a minute. All right, the phone bank is at full swing here, 366-4423. John Hershey with Workforce Solutions is here taking a lot of calls. John, what are they asking you?
Right now, they're just asking some of the employers that will be in attendance and what time the event starts. And then they're asking what resources will be available, and we're letting them know that we have help as far as resume writing, and if they just take a copy of the resume, we can actually print that out there on site so they can apply with multiple employers.
And they can prepare for this ahead of time with you guys as well, right, by going online?
Yes, they can go online at wfssolutions.org, or they can actually go to any of our career centers in the Valley, and we have staff on hand to help them prepare for this event.
All right, John, I hear the phone's ringing, so I'll let you go back to that. Let's go into the studio now with Ryan, who's going to tell us how to dress for an interview.
Dress for success, Marcy. That seems to be the catchphrase of the night. Jessica Lane, store manager with Maurice's, is here right now with some tips for the ladies and I guess the gentlemen as well. I know you're primarily a women's clothing store, but we also have a male model standing by as well. Tell me, for the ladies out there who are looking for a job at the job fair, what should they be wearing?
I think your best bet is to know the industry that you're walking into. You want to look presentable as well as comfortable. Going into a job fair, you know, conservative is probably your best bet since it's going to be a lot of different employers out there. Suits and ties, keeping it very, very simple and very basic. You can never go wrong with a basic black suit or a vest.
It's a power color too, right? It's a power color. Let's look at one of the models right here, the one on the far right. Describe what she's wearing, and these are things. What kind of cost are we talking about?
It's a moderate range. Basic black pant runs anywhere from like $20 to $36.
So you don't have to spend a lot of moolah to look good.
You can look great.
Okay, excellent. The model right next to her?
Well, she's in a skirt, a little more conservative look, but she's added a creative flair as well too. This would be great in a creative industry. You know, she's showing her individuality while keeping it professional as well too.
And we do see a tie there for the gentleman, so you won't find that at Maurice's, but for the gentlemen out there, you definitely want to wear a shirt and a tie and look as presentable as possible. It's not necessarily dress to impress, it's just dress for success.
Exactly. Always dress for the job.
Jessica Lane with Maurice's, thank you so much for stopping by for our job fair. All right, let's go over to Astrid right now. She's got more. Hey, Astrid.
Hey Ryan, how are you? We are taking questions right now on valleycentral.com, and of course our Facebook page. I'm here with Victor Leon from Workforce Solutions. We have a question from Esmeralda. What are the times of the job fairs?
The times are 9:30 to 3:30. And it's going to be on Tuesday, November 8th at State Farm Arena.
All right, and people are also wanting to know if they need to register. They just need any information. They said they're really excited.
Certainly, they can register online at wfsolutions.org. There's no fee for this. Absolutely, anyone can register at any time or visit a center or register on site.
You can also call us right now at 366-4423. We also have another deal for you. It's not all about jobs. Don't forget to sign up for our Action 4 Deal of the Day. You can purchase a $25 gift certificate for just $12 to Seago's Cafe in Harlingen. You can enjoy Mexican and American food plus barbecue and seafood. All of the details are on our website. It's valleycentral.com.
All right, we're back with CEO Bonnie Gonzalez, CEO of Workforce Solutions. A question coming in on our listens line. Are there jobs out there for convicted felons?
Absolutely, Marcy. There are jobs available for all. We as Workforce Solutions serve all people. So absolutely, if you're a convicted felon, please do not hesitate to come to one of our workforce centers or log online and register and get to the career fair.
Okay, now talking about that career fair, it's a good idea to pre-register with you guys. How can they do that?
Really simple. You can get to wfsolutions.org and click on the career fair site and then go through that process. Even easier, go to one of the workforce centers in one of the 4 counties and state to the folks you're interested in participating in the career fair, and they will put you, pre-register you. Know that no matter what, there's on-site registration, but we highly encourage you to register early.
Now, is the pre-registration, that's the Fast Pass you guys talk about?
Yes, ma'am. That is the Fast Pass. That will give you a document that allows you to skip through the incredible lines that we anticipate.
Well, but they're good lines, right?
Absolutely. We're very excited that we're going to have quite a few people. We know that, and we're prepared. We are absolutely prepared.
Wonderful. And if you need to sign up, pre-register, you can also go on valleycentral.com. We have linked up to you guys to make it easy for everybody. We're going to be right back. Call 366-4423. We will answer your call.
Welcome back. Pat Hobbs now back with us. Workforce Solutions Cameron, Executive Director, giving some insight into what we can expect with this job fair. I imagine there's a lot of people at home who are hung up on the fact that some of these jobs may be minimum wage, but is it more about getting your foot in the door, getting out there? You never know what kind of job you may land.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of these companies have starting positions, and the natural progression is that if you prove yourself in the job with the right skill sets and a good work attitude, that in a very short time you move up the ladder with those companies, and what you start out with is not necessarily what you'll end up with.
How important is a resume, and should you bring one along for this job fair?
Absolutely, and we have copiers there for multiple copying of resumes to be spread among the 81 employers. But I think it's important that the job applicant know that the employer is probably going to expect that they will have done a little bit of homework on their own. Look at the job qualifications, prepare their resume to fit those job skill sets that the job requires, fashion their answers to questions around exactly what the employer is looking for, and you'll have a better job at success.
Great insight, Pat. Thank you so much for that. Let's head on over to Astrid. She's in the Family Center with more. Astrid.
Ryan, I got myself a tough interview. I'm here with President and CEO, my boss of KGBT, Tom Keeler, joining me now to talk about the tools that job seekers can find at valleycentral.com and Facebook.
Well, thank you, Astrid. I mean, this is a great example of taking action for you, and it makes me so proud as the president that we can combine all our resources online, valleycentral.com, action4facebook.com, on air at 5 o'clock and 6:30 to come together and help the community roll up our sleeves and fill these 2,600 jobs and growing that are going to be available next week, next Tuesday at the job fair. So this is just the best example, and I'm proud to be a part of this whole thing. And
we definitely have a lot of people, especially talking to us on Facebook, and they're asking questions. They want to know if we're going to have also a booth set up at the job fair ourselves.
You bet we will. We are hiring for a host of positions, including salespeople, reporter, technical director, and production support. So we're going to be there with our sleeves rolled up, taking applications, shaking hands, meeting people we want to make part of our team here at Action 4.
5 p.m. anchor position of it?
No, absolutely not. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Tom, and thank you all for watching us. Of course, we'll be right back with more information on how you can get a job.
Again, Solomon Torres, who's with Congressman Rubén Hinojosa's office, here to tell you one more time about what sectors will be represented at the job fair. Everyone wants to know, and we just say go on out there anyway and see if you can find a job there.
Marcy, every level of government will be there as an employer. At the local level, we have City of Edinburgh looking for 17 police officers. At the federal level, we have Border Patrol that's constantly looking for new hires. And the private sector, you have hospitals that are looking for employees as well.
And even seasonal employees are being sought right now. A lot of seasonal employees coming up for Christmas holidays.
Just one example, Guess is looking for 40 seasonal employees to hire immediately to handle the business.
So there you go. And we've been hearing from Workforce Solutions. You can apply for a manager position if you have your resume for that, or a sales position, whatever it might be. Call us at 366-4423 to ask more questions from Workforce Solutions and all of our friends here to get you back to work. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.